Okay, in this video we're going to be looking at downloading a website you've created and uploading it to either a new domain or a subdomain of a domain. The process is exactly the same, so it could be on a subdomain of your client's domain, so that could be m. whatever your client's domain name is, or maybe you're putting this on your hosting on a new domain. Maybe it's your client.mobi and you want to host and put the website on there. Well, the process is exactly the same. So as usual, we're going to work with our Cafe Iberico example, and as I did in the redirect video where we're keeping it on our own hosting, I'm going to be using this website I've just set up as a demo, ebusinessmomentum.com. So in the first example, what I'm going to do is assume this is the client's website and that they actually want the site installed on a subdomain, so it is m.ebusinessmomentum.com. Now, if they haven't already got a subdomain created, you need to ask them to do this. And again, I shall write a little template below that you can use to ask them to do that. And then also you're going to ask for the FTP details in exactly the same way as we did before, so that you can actually access their website and make changes and upload things as required. So let's now go back to FileZilla. We'll assume now you've sent the email off to the client, you've said the site's ready, you've asked them to set up a subdomain, and you've asked them for the FTP details so you can upload the site. So the first thing we're going to want to do is come back to MMP Upload Pro and actually download the site. So just click on download, and then a window will pop up asking if you want to download the site. You can see it's just come up here now. I can either, on the Mac here, I can either open it straight away with my archive utility, or I can save the file. So you're going to want to click OK to save that file to either your download file or your desktop. Now I've already downloaded this, so I'm not going to save it right now, but you just click OK. Now we've got that downloaded, all we need to do is go back to FileZilla, and we need to put in the FTP details that we were given by the client. I'll just go over this again briefly. So that's probably going to be ftp dot whatever your domain name is that you wish to upload this to, or your client's domain name. Then they'll give you a username and a password, and you just put that in the three boxes here and just click on Quick Connect. And once that's done, you can see that's going to connect here up on the top to the website. Once you get to into the website, if you didn't see the previous video, these files on the left are your computer, and the files here on the right are the actual website that you're connected to. Just click on Public HTML. Now in this example, first we're going to upload it to a subdomain called M. As you can see, the subdomain's already been created. If you don't see a subdomain there, again, you'll need to get back to your client and ask them to make sure that the subdomain is in place. They may actually just give you FTP details for the subdomain, which means you'll go straight into that and you can upload the website. But in this example, we're going to click on M and open that folder. As we see, there are actually no files in there at the moment. So on the left is my desktop here, and this is where I downloaded the file from Mobi Maker Pro. So when I clicked on download here, and it said, do you wish to save the file? I said yes, and I downloaded that to my desktop. And that was this file here, uploads, and then Cafe Iberico. So I'm just going to double click on that, and that, as you can see now, these are all the files and folders for the mobile website that you've created. So what I would do, if you just press Control A on your keyboard, or if you're on the Mac, Command A, that's going to highlight all of these files. The other way of doing it, if you just highlight the first file, just click the Shift key on your keyboard, and then the down arrow, you can highlight them that way. And once you've got all the files highlighted, right click and click Upload. What that's going to do now is upload all these files to the server so that they're on the website that you're connected to. So I'm just going to pause the video while that's taking place. Okay, all the files have uploaded now, and you'll know when that's taking place when there's no activity in this area down below. So here you can see on the right now, all the files that we had from the file that we downloaded from MMP Maker Pro have now been uploaded to the subdomain M. You can see that here. So the way to just test if that has gone all smoothly and it's working, if we go back to our browser, we're at already here, ebusinessmomentum.com. I'm just going to put the subdomain in front of that, so it's m.ebusinessmomentum.com. And we should see the mobile website, which we have. So the mobile website has uploaded, and it's all uploaded fine. So good, that's good. So that's all done now. So the website has now been uploaded. And the last thing we're going to want to do is put a redirect code from ebusinessmomentum.com that detects mobile visitors, so that when they come to that website address, it sends them to m.ebusinessmomentum.com. So we need to go back to our FileZilla. And if you double click here, this will take you to the file above where you see all the website files. You can just see there's a folder with no name, just 2 dots. If you just double click on that, that will take you back up to the next level, which is the main website. So we're now back in the main public HTML folder. Now you'll obviously see a lot of files here. This is just a one-page website we're using for an example, and the file we're interested in is called index. So usually, as I said in the previous video, 99% of the time the file will be called index. It may not be HTML, it could be another extension. So that's the file that you're going to need to add the redirect code to. So what you're going to want to do is I would just again double click on this file at the top here to go back to my desktop. I would right click and I would download that file. Now I've already got this file downloaded once before, so it's asking me do I wish to overwrite the one that I've already got on the desktop, which I do. So I'm going to click OK. So we've downloaded now the main index file for our client's website. What we need to do now is add the redirect code. So we just need to make a change to the redirect code, because the redirect code that we provide for you redirects to cafeabilico.mobimaker.pro.info or whatever your domain name is. So we just need to make a change to this redirect code before we place it on their site. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on redirect code, select the code that's highlighted all of the code, right click and copy, and then we can just close this code box down for the moment. And then you'll want to do is bring up a notepad or something that you can paste that into. So let me just do that on Windows, but I'll just use Notepad. I'm on a Mac here, so I'm going to use, I'll put it on text edit. And I'm just going to paste that code in. So this is our redirect code. So we just need to make one change to this redirect code before we paste it onto their main website. Now, if you come down the bottom here, pretty much the last line just before it says /script, you will see there is a website address, and that is where the mobile website is. So the one we just downloaded is correct for where it's already hosted, which says cafeabilico.mobimakerpro.info. Now we need to change that so that it's m.ebusinessmomentum.com, because that is where the mobile website is now. So we just literally just highlight the old website address and then just type in the new one. So it's m.ebusinessmomentum.com. And once we've typed that in, we can ready to now paste that into the index file of the client's website. So I'm just going to go to my desktop. Let me just minimize these so you can see what I'm doing. So this is my desktop. So this is the index HTML file that we just downloaded. Now you can right click, open that with, now depending on whether you're using PC or Mac, you can open that with Notepad or WordPad, or we can open it with just a text file. In this case, I'm going to be opening it with Dreamweaver. Any HTML editor, you can also open it with that, but just not a straightforward Notepad will do the job for you. And here we have our file that I've downloaded. So this is the actual index file for the website. So what we're looking for, if you come right to the top of the page, you'll have a few lines of code, and then you'll see the word you'll see the word head. And if you follow that down, there may be quite a bit of text here. Eventually you'll see where it says /head. And what we need to do is place the redirect code in between these two tags. So what I usually do is just before the last tag, the /head, I'll just click my cursor, create a bit of space. As I said, you can be doing this in a Notepad file. You don't need to be doing it in Dreamweaver, and just create a little bit of space for you to work in. Once you've done that, we're going to go back to the text pad that you copied and pasted the redirect code in, and once make sure that you've edited this correctly, and this actually says where the mobile website is. We're going to highlight all that code. We're going to right click and we're going to copy that, and we're going to come back to our, in my case, Dreamweaver or the text pad, whatever it is that you're using. Right click, and we're going to paste that code into the file in between the head and the /head tags. Once you've done that, just click save. So that's it. Now that file has the redirect code placed into it. So we need to now go back to FileZilla, and we need to send that back up to the website with the new code on it. So what you must do before you send that back up is, if you right click in FileZilla on this side, on the your computer side, right click and refresh, that will load the new file into this pane here. So we're going to highlight that file, right click, upload. It's going to ask us, do we wish to overwrite the file that already exists? We do, because we've changed it. And that's it, the file's now been uploaded onto the main website. So I'm going to bring up a tool here called Mobilizer, and this shows us how websites look in mobile phones, and I'll put the link for this below. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to ebusinessmomentum.com, and if the redirect code has worked correctly and that's been placed correctly in the file, that should redirect us to the mobile website, which is hosted on m.ebusinessmomentum.com. So let's click enter and see if that does that, which it does. So instead of going to the main website, it's detected that we're on a mobile device, and that's redirected us to the subdomain that we can put the mobile website in, m.ebusinessmomentum.com. So that's it, we've done the job now. We've downloaded the website, we've uploaded it to their subdomain, and we've added the redirect code to their main website so that mobile visitors see the correct site. So that's the process for adding a website to a client's subdomain. Now if you wanting to upload the website to a new domain, let's say it was your client.mobi, for example, it'd be exactly the same process. You would go to the FTP, you get the FTP details for that, you'd enter them into FileZilla, you'd upload all of the mobile websites to that domain, and that would be the mobile website installed on that domain. What you would want to do then is go to your client's website and download the index file and add the redirect code in exactly the same way that I've just shown you. So that's it for the redirecting and adding a website to a new domain or subdomain, and I shall see you in the next video.